in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been one of the most successful fighters of all time. The Grand Rapids, Michigan star combined incredible speed and ring IQ with one of the most impregnable defenses in boxing history. Those attributes led to him becoming a 5-weight world title holder, from junior lightweight to junior middleweight, and the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Mayweather was a brilliant amateur who lost a highly controversial decision to Serafim Todorov at the semifinal stage of the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. Unperturbed, he turned professional later that year under the top-ranked banner. After just 2 years in the paid ranks, he won the WBC junior lightweight title by picking apart longtime title holder Genaro Hernandez.
Is that the end of the game? Your brother says... Rudy Hernandez stops the fight.
He is now the undefeated WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, tears of joy.
He went on to make 8 title defenses, defeating the likes of Angel Manfredi, Diego Corrales, and Jesus Chavez before moving up in weight. Mayweather struggled to get past Jose Luis Castillo for the WBC lightweight crown, but won convincingly in a direct rematch. Following 2 defenses, he was on the move again, this time up to junior welterweight, where he became a 3-weight title holder by dissecting Arturo Gatti in 6 one-sided rounds in June 2005. Quickly, Mayweather decided to move to welterweight, defeating Zab Judah for the IBF title and Carlos Baldomir for the WBC version. But superstar status arrived when Mayweather outpointed then WBC junior middleweight title holder Oscar De La Hoya in 2007. That same year, he dropped back to welterweight to score a 10th round stoppage over the previously unbeaten Ricky Hatton.
It's all over! The fight is over! Floyd Mayweather has stopped Ricky Hatton in the 10th round to retain the WBC and Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the World.
A 21-month hiatus followed before he whitewashed Juan Manuel Marquez and averted early disaster against Shane Mosley to post an impressive unanimous decision triumph. Wins over Victor Ortiz and Miguel Cotto led to a multi-million-dollar 6-fight deal with Showtime. In the closing stages of a decorated career, the pound-for-pound king impressively defeated rising star Canelo Alvarez and longtime rival Manny Pacquiao in 2 of the richest prize fights in boxing history. Mayweather's record stands at 50-0 with 27 knockouts. He won Ring Magazine belts in 3 weight classes and was Fighter of the Year in 1998 and 2007. His financial statistics are unparalleled, with 26 pay-per-view fights generating 23,959,000 buys for a monster gross of $1,667,940,000. But the question now, is Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. the greatest of all time? That's debatable, but the soon-to-be 47-year-old has as much right to see himself as the GOAT as anyone who has come before him. Audacious confidence is a trait most great athletes possess. It takes an alternative personality to even fathom being the person who is the best at any one thing. Most of us are corralled by an element of modesty when speaking about our own accomplishments, even if we truly believe ourselves to be superior. Michael Jordan likely believes he is the best basketball player ever. Then again, LeBron James may have the same thought. They existed and exist in a different sports universe than Mayweather does. As basketball players, it wouldn't necessarily be cool for them to outwardly make such statements. For a fighter, bragging is part of the job to a degree. Mayweather drew the ire of some fans, which is nothing new, when he said in an interview with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith that he believed himself to be better than Myhammad Ali. Saying such a thing is considered taboo. It's like a basketball player proclaiming he's better than Jordan, or a baseball player saying he is superior to Willie Mays. Even if it's potentially true, it's one of those things you just can't say without gaining a ton of backlash that we all know that Mayweather could care less. When prompted to clarify his statement about Ali, Mayweather didn't back down. He called himself the greatest, and I call myself the best ever. I'm pretty sure I'll get criticized for what I said, but I could care less. I could care less about the backlash. He thrives on the controversy and seemingly encourages it to a degree. The thing is, with a record of 50 wins and 0 losses, and having beaten the likes of Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, Diego Corrales, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, and others, Mayweather has a resume that is nearly unrivaled in the sport's history. The only other fighter to compete as an undefeated champion for nearly as long as Mayweather is Rocky Marciano. The latter retired with a perfect 49-0 record. As great as Ali was, he did lose 5 times. Many will point to the fact that Ali fought what some would regard as better competition. Mayweather has long been criticized for fighting opponents that he can easily handle. That concept is debatable. One might also say the same thing about Roy Jones Jr. in his prime. The one thing to consider is that it's possible both Jones and Mayweather simply made good fighters look ordinary while in the ring with them. Ali had far more competitive fights, which made for more exciting action and a more storied career, but does that mean he was better? The answer to that question is no, but it also doesn't mean that Ali wasn't superior to Mayweather. We'll never really know the answer to that question, but one of Ali's most famous foes believes Mayweather is superior. Per TMZ, George Foreman says Floyd is better.
Mayweather is, IS can beat WAS any day. He is the most current, and he's a great boxer, better athlete than Muhammad Ali was and is, at his time.
There's no disputing Mayweather's speed, instincts, punching accuracy, and defensive prowess. His lightning-quick punches find their mark with stunning accuracy. He's also displayed one of the most invaluable skills a fighter can have, and that's the ability to adjust mid-fight. Mayweather didn't invent the Philly shell defensive stance, but he has used it with such success that those who don't know any better believe that he is the author of the technique. It is peculiar and perhaps telling that the man who is most often regarded as the GOAT among boxing aficionados isn't getting the attention from those looking to attack Mayweather's bold claim. For the late boxing historian and former editor of Ring Magazine, and Boxing Illustrated and contributor to Sports Illustrated, Bert Sugar, ESPN.com's Kieran Mulvaney, and The Telegraph's Gareth A. Davies, Sugar Ray Robinson is considered as the GOAT. Quite honestly, if boxing's purists were going to cry foul about Mayweather's claims, they should have been just as loud, if not louder, when Mayweather erected himself above Robinson. Robinson's 173 wins and 108 knockouts are simply mind-blowing statistics, but then, of course, there's the number in the loss column. Robinson lost 19 times in his career. Granted, 10 of them came after he turned 40 years old, when he should have already retired, but they exist nonetheless. We can criticize Mayweather's level of competition, his inactivity, seeing as though he fights just twice a year, and we can simply hate his persona. The fact is, he's never been beaten, and that's something that only one other man can say. Some will never give him his props because they hate him too much to recognize his in-ring brilliance and business savvy. Others don't like his defensive style, but the name of the game is to hit and to make your opponents miss. And oh yeah, to make a ton of money in the process. No one has ever done a better job at both things than Mayweather. Does that compound skill make him the GOAT? Maybe or maybe not, but he's definitely in the conversation. But that's all I got for you folks at this moment. Let me know your thoughts on Mayweather. Is he the greatest boxer of all time? Are his accomplishments enough to earn him the crown? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one.